Hey there, and welcome to episode 61 of your fun and profitable online business. This is the podcast that helps you grow your business in a way that feels as good as it looks without white-knuckling your way through it. I'm Wendy, a certified money coach and online business strategist, and I help women entrepreneurs create fun and profitable online businesses using simple systems and intentional decisions. And today's episode, or really the next few episodes, are a little different because I want to talk about something that might not sound like a business strategy at first, but it quite possibly is one of the most important ones. And it's not something I can cover in 10 minutes or less. So let's get started. Now, I just got back from spending 48 hours in the woods with my husband. We were camping and hiking at a local state park. The weather was perfect. The only thing we were trying to figure out was whether our backpacking setup actually worked. Now, some of it did, and some of it needs refining. But here's the interesting part. I didn't go in to go figure out anything in my business. And yet I came back with ideas and pieces fitting together that I haven't seen before. And this is where I want to pause, because none of this insight came from trying to solve a problem. There were no thoughts like, oh my gosh, I've got to figure this out. I wasn't trying to force a solution. And I wasn't trying to push anything through. Now, I've been there before. I know exactly how it feels. And I think this is the place so many of us get stuck. We often think that more is the answer. More time, more effort, more pressure. But what really happens when we're there in that space, we tend to spin and overthink. And sometimes it doesn't even look like spinning. Sometimes it looks like you're working, you're checking things off, you're researching, you're organizing, you're planning. But at the end of the day, you're tired. And if someone asked you what moved your business forward that day, you'd pause. But you might not have an answer. And that's the part that can feel frustrating. Because it's not that you're not working. It's that your energy going into places doesn't create traction. And when that happens over and over again, it starts to feel like maybe you're missing something or you're doing something wrong. And I want to gently interrupt that thought right there. Because what if it's not about doing more? It's about the state that you're doing it from. Now, I'm type A in my core. I'm your typical overachiever. And here's what I've learned over time. The thing that actually helps us move forward is joy. Genuine joy in our day-to-day lives. It's not a distraction. It's not fluffy. And it's definitely not rainbows and unicorns. Joy is activation because when you think about it, when do your best ideas come to you? It's usually not when you're staring at your computer. It's like in the shower or on a walk or you're driving somewhere or you're folding laundry. It's when your brain is just a little more open and a little more available. And that's not random. That's when your brain isn't in problem-solving survival mode. That's what happens when there's space. And joy helps create that space. And it creates conditions for us to make big things happen. Now, I want to be really clear about something here, because this is where people often misunderstand this idea. Joy does not mean loving your business all day, every day. And it definitely doesn't mean avoiding hard things, nor is it doing the things that only make you feel good. That's not reality. There are always going to be parts of your business that feel challenging. There are always going to be moments where things don't click. But the difference isn't whether things feel hard. The difference is how you're showing up. And you have a choice. You can experience challenges from a place that feels pressured and heavy, or from a place that feels curious and open. Now, it's often easier to tap into the latter, where curiosity and openness are the energy, when you feel genuine joy. Now, here's what I hear a lot. Joy is something we get after things are working. It may sound like, I'll feel better when I get through this, or I'll relax when this starts to make money. But what if that's backwards? What if joy isn't the reward? What if joy is the missing ingredient that makes your business work? Now, right now, business might feel like you're working all day. but you're not moving anything forward. Or you're staring at your screen, hoping something clicks. Or you're thinking about it constantly, but things aren't connecting. Now, the more you sit in that energy, the tighter things feel. It's what I call forced business mode. And I want to paint this really clearly for you because it sounds like I just need to figure this out, or I should be further along by now, or why is this taking so long? Or there's something I'm missing. There's a ton of pressure and a sense of urgency that doesn't actually help you move forward here. Now, joy-based business mode, it sounds more like, let me try this. Or, I wonder what would happen if, or this doesn't need to be perfect. Or, I can figure this out step by step. Same business, same task, completely different experience. And here's the key. Joy-based business mode doesn't mean everything is easy. It just means you're not fighting yourself while you're doing the things. Now, I'm not going to try to convince you of that today. In the next episode, I want to show you exactly what's happening behind the scenes when you shift into this state. There's a real reason this works. And once you see it, you can actually start to use it. But for now, just imagine this. What if your best idea didn't come from pushing harder, but from creating space? What if answers didn't come from forcing them, but from stepping away long enough to actually think? What if your business didn't need more effort, but a different kind of energy? And what if the thing you've been avoiding, stepping away, taking a break, doing something that feels good, is actually part of the solution? It's an interesting thought, isn't it? Because if that's true, then maybe the answer isn't more hours, more pressure, more pushing. Maybe it's white space and moments where your brain can actually breathe. All right, here's your action step for this week. I don't want you to change a single thing in your business right now. I just want you to notice. Notice when you're in that forced business mode, when things feel tight and pressured, when you're trying to push your way through something. Just start paying attention to that and make a note of it. No judgment, no fixing. Awareness first. That's it. Next week, we're going to break this down because if you're thinking, okay, Wendy, that sounds like a nice idea, but that's not how it is, I've got you. We're going to go a little deeper and talk about why it works and how it leads to better ideas and clearer decisions. And if you're noticing you're spending some time in that forced business mode place, you don't have to do it alone. Most every week, I host something called CEO Hour. It's a free co-working session where you can bring one thing you've been overthinking and move it forward. No pressure, no overcomplication, just a simple space to take action with other people who get it. I'll put the link in the show notes if you want to join us. All right, until next time, happy building your business with a little more joy.